I received an unsecured property tax bill on the home I sold during probate. Why? It can be quite confusing when you receive that bill. We're going to get into that next. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brendan Moore, Realtor and Certified Probate and Trust Specialist by the California Association of Realtors.
And I'm Bill Heyman. I'm a licensed California professional fiduciary, as well as a licensed California real estate broker and a registered and bonded California legal document assistant specializing in probate and trust administration.
Now please, like this video, subscribe right now. Want a no-cost probate service? Well, every day we help people save thousands of dollars and eliminate headaches with our one-of-a-kind probate administration service and real estate listing combo. If it's in California and real estate needs to be sold, you may qualify. So please reach out, even if you've started with somebody else or on your own. Our info is in the About section on this channel. We love your calls, texts, emails, and comments. Now let's get into it. So Bill, people often wonder why they receive an unsecured property tax bill after they sold the home during probate. Now, a lot of people would think, didn't the escrow company pay off all the property taxes? They showed what was due at the time and that was paid off. I have a settlement sheet showing that all that was paid off. So what happened here?
Well, this can be a very confusing topic. And the thing you have to understand, when a home goes through probate, and let's back up. When someone passes away, like let's say they passed away January 1st, 2020. Now the county property tax assessor, they consider January 15th of 2020, when the person passed, they consider that a change in ownership, even though legal title hasn't changed. The date of death to the assessor is the date that they're going to reassess the property taxes and bring them up to market value, because anytime there's a change in ownership under the assessor's rules, that's what they do. So the unsecured property tax bill is not the same as a secured property tax bill. The secured property tax bill is what gets paid off in escrow when you sell the probate home. The unsecured property tax bill is for taxes that are due because of the change in ownership on date of death over the time period to when the property sold. And they get assessed after the sale of the house. That's normal. I would say in 95% of all probate home sales, this occurs. And it can be a big surprise for people, mainly because the law changed a few years back. Prior to the law change, I think it was Prop 19, I believe. Yeah, it was Prop 19.
Yeah, Prop 13, Prop 19. Yes.
19.
Yes.
So anyway, to get into that, prior to that change in the law, when a probate home sold and the sales proceeds were going to be distributed to children, there would be no reassessment and no unsecured property tax bill. It was an exclusion. A few years ago, they changed that so that the only way you could get that exclusion now was if a child or children kept the home and lived in it as their primary residence. If they did that, then they could keep the exclusion. That doesn't happen that often. So nowadays, anytime you go through probate and the children or a child is not going to live in the probate home as their primary residence, the home is sold, the estate needs to be prepared to receive that unsecured property tax bill. And sometimes it can be pretty significant.
And that basically depends on when, the decedent passed away, but sometimes we see people not start the probate very quickly at all. There's a case, maybe I'll talk about a little bit later, that I've seen where I think the decedent passed away in 2007 and they haven't even started the probate yet. And when that's going to be a massive
reassessment. They will get, or they did get, a massive unsecured supplemental property tax bill. And I know the case you're talking about, and because the proceeds from the sale were not going to go to children, they didn't qualify for the exclusion, and it was quite a mess to get that property tax bill paid for.
Yeah. So let's say an example here. So
sure.
You mentioned January 15th, 2020.
Yeah, we'll use that as an example. Absolutely. So if you have a person that passed away January 15th of 2020, let's say the probate doesn't get started till January 15th, 2022, right. two years later.
Two years later. Yep.
And the probate home doesn't get sold till August of 2022.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is the assessor is going to go back and say, okay, the person passed away on January 15th, 2020. Home was sold on August 15th of 2020. They're going to reassess the value of the home to fair market value as of January 15, 2020. You're going to get a supplemental property tax bill for between January 15th of 2020 to August 15th of 2022. You're going to get a supplemental property tax bill for that period. Now, let's say that Dad's house, he was paying property taxes on an assessed value of $89,000.
Common for it to look very low. A lot of people,
because they had it for a long time.
Long time.
Yeah. But when he passed away on January 15th of 2020, the assessor reassesses to fair market value, and on that date, $450,000. So now between January 15th of 2020 and August 15th of 2022, you're going to pay a supplemental property tax based on a $450,000 home versus $89,000. Significantly different. Probably will end up with about a $7,000 to $8,000 supplemental property tax bill on that. So it's confusing, I know, and it can be a big surprise to the estate when it comes, but you should be prepared for that. And this is another example we've talked about in some of our other videos. You do not want to wait to probate a home. You want to probate it as soon as possible because there's a number of good reasons why, but one of them is your supplemental property tax bill will be less than if you wait 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years to probate. Definitely will be less. So the moral of the story is be prepared for that supplemental property tax bill. It's going to come. Probate the estate as soon as possible to minimize that supplemental property tax bill.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. And there's lots of reasons to get the probate started quickly, minimizing holding costs, deterioration, deferred maintenance of the home, all sorts of things, plus other heirs and beneficiaries beating down your door. You know, you just want to get the headache off your plate. And I'd say one of the best ways to start that is, well, when it comes to probate real estate, you want to hire the right realtor to help you. And we have a great video called How to Hire a Probate Realtor. When dealing in probate, you want to have a realtor who knows probate front and back. Everybody knows a realtor, but not everybody knows a realtor who knows probate. It's significantly different. So How to Hire a Probate Realtor is a video we have coming up. It has 10 interview questions with the appropriate answers and a downloadable list with those 10 interview questions and answers, as well as an additional 15 questions and all that I don't even get to in the video. So that'll come up next. It's going to appear right over my face.